can't control the size, you can't grow kids, right? Can't really control the athleticism. What are the things that we can control to make us be a good team? What do you think of things I thought we could control? But what was that? Attitude and effort, 100%. Great, but you can have a bunch of bad basketball players who try real hard, and you're still going to probably be really bad, right? So there's something that's going to be the main thing I'm going to talk about that I feel is still the most important skill in basketball. What do you think it is? Ball handling, huge. Was one of the things we got a lot better at, using two hands, being able to do go both ways with the ball. The most important thing, I still think, when you break down the game, there's one thing you got to do.
Pass.
Passing's huge to get this, but what the main thing we do when you to put points on the board, what is it? Score, right? You got to put it through the hoop. So I said, looking at it, I said, how can we, in the NBC, you got size, you got athleticism, how can we possibly win, right? And skills was going to be the main thing, is what we could do to compete. So when we first went there, we didn't have any skills, we had a lot of tough kids. And then I said, the goal for us is we're going to shoot at 5 spots. So now we can take all that and make this court really big. You got a game plan against 5 guys, now we have all this space because we can shoot. Now, things to shoot, I have a little bit of a different philosophy on shooting. A couple things that I think is different, that, I have a couple myths that I think you always hear, but I still think with shooting, what would happen in Tewksbury, we put 5 guys around who could all shoot. All right? Now we cut, we pass, we move, but now every guy can shoot, so you have to come out here and honor it. Now we had all this space, now we were getting layups because you're driving. Now, we drive at a closeout. Now this guy, if he comes, we kick to the shooter, now we get layups. So we're driving, kicking because we had space. That's how we became an offensive team in a league where every single, not 100 out of 100% of the time, we were outmatched size and athleticism-wise, basically. Almost every time we stepped on the court. But we can shoot it at 5 spots, and I know as a coach going against teams that can shoot at a bunch of places, I know as a coach, I hate trying to figure out how to defend that. If you have a bunch of guys who can handle and get to the rim, I can figure out packing it in and game plan against that. But when 5 guys can shoot, it makes it really hard. So we develop shooting all the way through the program. And every single guy can come out and at our level make threes. So now you got to guard everybody, and now we can play offense. We can pass, we can cut, we can move, we drive your closeouts, but you got to be able to shoot. I still think it's what we're going to build the program in Burlington around. Guys who can shoot the ball, and then everything else comes so much easier. But, and just for an example, for the past 3 years at Tewksbury, we averaged 10 made threes a game. All right? 10 made threes a game. This was from a team, my first year, we made 2 a game. All right? By my 5th year, we made 10 a game. Now, that's a 24 point swing. All right? 24 points is a big difference. 10 threes a game. How many do you think the Warriors make a game? In a 48-minute game. Shane, how many do you think the threes the Warriors make? Very good, Shane. 13, all right? And that's a historic team for hitting threes, and that's a 48-minute game. So in our 32-minute game, we were hitting 10 a game. Huge part of our offense. As you're younger, I'm not saying shoot threes, but eventually that's what you're working out to do, and it can be a great equalizer. And for us, it was a great equalizer, but that doesn't happen by accident. You don't just all of a sudden become a good shooter, all right? And we're gonna go over things today. I'm gonna put you through some stuff that we like to do that will help you be a great shooter. Now, the must of shooting, the things that I say are a must. Be shot ready, all right? Be prepared. Now, when I say be prepared, what do I mean? Anyone? When I say be prepared, always be ready. Anticipate the shot. Want the shot, all right? Sorry. Now, if I say want the shot, I mean someone's driving right here, and I'm thinking, my guy goes, I'm going to have a shot. I'm here, ready to shoot the ball. Hands ready, knees ready, ready to get in my form and shoot. Now, be shot ready. You'll hear me say it constantly when we're drilling today. That means your hands are ready and you're anticipating the shot. shot, anticipate the shot. You have to be ready at all times to shoot. Most guys' biggest problem is they get it, they say, oh man, I'm open, and now they shoot. Now it's too late, the guy's closed out. You need to know, if I'm ready to shoot, that's my number one. So I'm gonna ask these after we drill. Shot ready, huge one. Second one, a cadence, a 1-2 up. Now, everyone in here is probably gonna be 1-2 up. There's 2 levels to shooting. Shane, come up for a sec. So, when I say 1-2 up, you're gonna hear me say it constantly today. 1-2 up, 1-2 up. It's your footwork and a cadence in your head. If you can get this when you shoot and you're ready to shoot and you think 1-2 up, 1-2 up, that's when, that's my footwork. So this is what it looks like. I'm shot ready. Now when I say 1, that's the catch. 2 is when I bring in this foot here and up, all right, and shoot the ball. So you're gonna hear me say 1-2 up, 1-2 up. So I'm ready, Shane's driving, I'm ready to shoot. Shane hits me, 1-2 up. Now I shoot, okay? 1-2 up. So the 1 is your plant foot. I'm a righty, so that's my left foot. 2 is my other foot coming in, and up is my shot. 1-2 up, 1-2 up. You're gonna hear me say it, it's a cadence. And if you can get that in your head when you're practicing, 1-2 up, 1-2 up. You kind of get it, you get it in the same, shooting's all about rhythm. So again, when you hear me say 1-2 up, all right? You're just ready to step in, shoot, 1-2 up, 1-2 up. You're gonna hear me say that again, and we're gonna work on that footwork. So Shane's going to my camp. I think Shane's footwork is pretty good, right? Loose, not tight. The worst thing you can be is tense and tight. And you don't want these muscles tight. You want to be loose. So when I say loose, I mean you're ready to shoot, you're loose, you're not tense. And that brings me to my first myth of shooting. And that first myth that I hear is elbow in. Now a lot of people would say this is crazy to say, but I could care less about elbow in. I don't want your elbow out, but I don't care if it's in. Because the biggest thing people say when they put it in, you put it in here, way in, and guys start concentrating on bringing that elbow in. Now you get your hand out underneath you, and right here is too tight. That's gonna hurt your shot. I want you loose. I don't want you here, that's elbow out, but I don't want you so focused on getting your elbow in that you tighten up here and here. You wanna be loose, all right? So when I say loose, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just here, my elbow's not necessarily way in, all right? It's not out. So instead of thinking elbow in, and you get a shooter thinking like this, now you tensed here and here, that's not good for shooting. You wanna be loose. You want elbow not out, all right? So right here, that's not necessarily in, but it's loose and it's ready to do what it's supposed to do, all right? Now, the second one. That's 2, so we have, that's 3, sorry. And the last one is the shadow putt to finish, the last one I talked about. Ever watch Kevin Durant shoot? Ever see his hand? What's his finish look like? Let me see it. I just saw it over here. Someone had it perfectly. All right? So you know if you're like when you're playing with little kids and you make the little shadow puppet and you're going like this? That's how you want to finish your shot. Watch Kevin Durant shoot. Every single shot snaps, and these 2 fingers almost like you're pulling a chip out of a bag. All right? So that's your finish right here. So it's nice, soft, just finishing just like that. Watch him shoot. You see it all the time on Twitter. You see him taking the shots. Him, Durant, him, Curry, always like this. Snap those 2 fingers just like you're grabbing a chip out of a bag. You're only going for 1 chip. That release. All right? So I want to see you guys today after you finish your shot right here. All right? Just that little follow through, just like that. And so those are the 4 things that I think are really important to shooting. And the other myth I have always heard, so none of that stuff, all that stuff is all good. You can do all that and be a terrible shooter. Because why? You can do all those things I said and shoot and come out here and miss 10 shots in a row. Why?
Your attitude.
Huh?
Your attitude.
Attitude, or you haven't put in the time. All right? All that stuff that I just talked about, that doesn't work without repetition and confidence. Repetition first, confidence comes second. So I put in all this time for shooting, now I'm confident. Alright? So I gotta put in time and time and time. I gotta put in a ton of time and get a bunch of reps up and shoot. Now, we're gonna come out, everyone's gonna get a ball. I wanna first work on the footwork. Alright? I wanna first work on the footwork. So we're gonna throw out the ball. 1, 2, up. And everyone freeze in that shooting motion. Alright? So everyone's gonna take a ball, we're gonna spread down, and I wanna work on the footwork first. So it's spin it up to yourself, that's gonna act like the pass. The catch is 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. Alright? We're gonna work on that. Now the advanced, little high school, as you get old, actually most times I only have juniors and seniors doing this. You just hop into it. You get into the hop, so you just one it up, all right? That gets it off a little quicker, but that gets it off, that's the next level. When you're really, really shooting, that gets you shot off a lot quicker. You're just hopping into it and letting it go. But I want to see everybody, when we come out, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, up. We're gonna go, we're gonna go 5 lines of 6, is about that. And I just want us walking down. 1, 2, up. Throw it up. 1, 2, up. All right? And lefties would be the reverse. All right? So let me see that right now. Give me 5 lines of 6. Everyone grab a ball. Quickly, let's go. Run everywhere. Freeze in that shot. 1, 2, up. All right? When the other group on the whistle go. Ready? 1, 2, up. Good. Next group, let's go. Back again in those 2 minutes from NBA three-point line. All right? Now, for a high school three-point shooter, for me, I say you're good enough if you go around and then to the second spot you get back there. You're good enough there. That's passing the drill for me. By the end, my best players were going up and back. You know, really good shooters go up, back, and then to get to here, and then challenge each other. You always want to get to the next spot, next spot, next spot. Everything's counted in percentage. So you got to shoot 2 in a row. We're going to give Christian a chance to redeem himself here. He's going to go here. Now, if Christian were on my team, I would tell him, I don't choose if you have the green light or not. You choose it. If you want to shoot 3s in a game, you're telling me you're good enough, you got to pass this drill 3 times in a row. Good shooters do it with ease. All right? So, can I get 2 minutes on the clock? We're doing it in 2-minute increments. He's going to go. And as soon as he makes 2, he moves. If he can pass the drill, I've seen Christian play. He should, from what I've seen, besides that first shooting drill, he's a really good shooter. He should easily pass this drill and do it. This doesn't mean you're a great shooter. It just means you're a good enough shooter. Great shooters go up and back. Good enough shooters go to like here. All right? But you always make 2 in a row, then you leave. You ready? Let's see. If you think he's making it, go on that sideline. If you don't think he's making it, go on that sideline. If you get 2 guys, the best way to get better, play 1-on-1 and shoot in between. It's as simple as that. Play 1-on-1, that gets all your ball handling, working each other. It's hard to defend 1-on-1, then shoot. In college, I met my roommate when I first got there, and every single day, he helped me to get so much better because we'd play 1-on-1, then we'd shoot. Play 1-on-1, then we'd shoot. Play 1-on-1, then we'd shoot. You get a point for the 1-on-1 game, you get a point for the shooting contest, and we'd play like 25. We'd be in the gym 3-4 hours, and you get so much better. Play 1-on-1, shoot. Play 1-on-1, shoot. And we ended up both being the best shooters on our team, and we got so much better challenging each other every single day. If you find that someone who wants to work as hard as you, you could be, that's great. But I'm going to talk about a novel concept here, getting better by yourself. You don't need a scheduled workout. You don't need to go someplace besides your court down the street from your house, your driveway. I think it's lost. Guys getting better on their own. All right? Everyone needs to go to this place, that place, this thing to go get a workout. Those are great. Do, 2 or 3 of those a week, 4 of those a week. What are you doing on those other days? I need to go to So I'm going to give you a couple shooting drills to do on your own that will both condition you and challenge you. All right? Shane, we did this for a minute. Shane, come on out. All right? Now, I just call this a shooting minute. And it's a great way both for a workout physically to get your wind and to work on your shooting. So you get a good ball game. Nice and rough, so you can shoot it. So we put up a minute on the clock. You can have it on your watch. You guys got it great now on your phone. We used to have to bring a big, huge boom box into the gym to try to have music or whatever. You guys can throw your little list to your phone, and you guys can listen to music and shoot for hours, right? You fall in love with getting better at shooting, and you can just be such a good player. There's so many weapons, and it allowed, our team had no real athleticism, no real size, but we could all shoot, and we were tough, and we won, all right? In one of the hardest leagues in the state, with no size, no athleticism, but everyone could shoot, all right? And it made that court so wide, and even though we would score at the rim, we would score at the rim a lot because this guy could shoot, this guy could shoot, this guy could shoot, this guy could shoot, this guy could shoot. So you can't just park one of your big guys here. You have to come out, and now we got all that space on the court. Now, if I put up a minute, if I'm really working, I can get up 12, 13 shots. I'm getting my own rebound, all right? And I'm working as hard as I can to go get my own rebound and shoot. You're going to be out of breath. You're going to be out of breath after this, if you work your hardest. So you want to get your intents up and your makes up as you go. What I say to do, go for a minute hard doing this drill that I'm going to show you, then take 5 free throws, 2 free throws, whatever, then go back and do another minute, 2 free throws, get another minute. And when you do it, just one thing for free throws, just do the same thing. Take away the spin. If you just go 1, 2, and shoot, I guarantee your percentage will be better over time. Guys do too much stuff. Too much stuff. Just go two dribbles, shoot it. You're going to be a better free throw shooter. You're throwing it out, doing all this. Just go 1, 2, then shot. Just something repeatable every single time. 1, 2, get that rhythm. Shooting's about rhythm. Now, I'm going to have a minute up. I want to try to get 12, 13. I might stop early because I'll have a heart attack, but I'm going to show you the pace at which you should do it the whole time. Step back for a sec. Just so I'm on your feet. I'm going to go for a minute. Ready? Go. All right? Sprinting in. This is the pace you should be going at. All right? 1 for 2. This is how hard you should be working. 2 for 3. Give me one of my musts of shooting. Give me something you got to do. 1, 2 up, right? Gives you that cadence. 1, 2 up. Get that in your heads. 1, 2 up. 1, 2 up. Your shooting's about rhythm. And when you can have that little talk in your head as the ball's coming, 1, 2 up, that's going to help you make shots. Good. What do you got? What else? Follow through. What about it? Yeah, that little shallow pepper, right? You're making that thing for a little kid on the wall. Just that little follow through, just like that. That's 2. All right? That's 2. So far, so good. Give me another one. Loose, right? Loose. You don't, nothing is good. Like if anyone plays golf, you don't want to be tight when you go to hit a golf shot. When you're a baseball player, you don't want to be all tense. You want to be loose and free. So you want to be loose, all right? You don't want tension in your muscles. Go, what's another one? Triple threat. Good. That's always being triple threat. That's going to help you shoot. Tell me about the up fake. What should it be? Realistic. Perfect. You don't shoot like this. So all you got to do is put it in your pocket and you're going. Any other ones?
Practice.
Obviously, none of that stuff works without repetition. If you don't put in the time and the repetition, it's not going to work. And tell me something about that practice. Tell me something a little bit about that practice.
You go hard.
Huh?
You go hard.
Hard, yes. Now give me some, that's good. Now, everyone says go hard. There's different definitions of hard. I like to put a number and be specific on what's hard. How can we do that? How can we be specific? We did it all day. Keep track. Compete with yourself every single day. So if I'm shooting, okay, yesterday in the minute I got 13 shots up, I made 6. Today I'm gonna shoot 14 and make 7. All right, that's an improvement. All right, and you're competing against get yourself. Think of those two guys I love when I walk by and I see them screaming, give me one more shot. Beating the buzzer, trying to work hard. That's how you become a great shooter. You fall in love with the act of shooting, right? And you just cannot stop shooting. I remember, being in college and it would be Christmas and I gotta go shoot somewhere. I can't take a day off. I don't know what will happen to my shot. All right, so you just become obsessed with it if you want to be a great one. Now, I tell you, you guys got them all so far. Good. And again, the last one I want to talk about. Because of that repetition, and because of counting, and because of shooting every day, when you go to shoot, what's going to happen? I had a kid on my team last year, 2 years ago. He was not a good shooter. Honestly, he's a mediocre shooter in drills. Okay, shoot about 50% in some of our drills, not great. Not really a good shooter, in my opinion. He wasn't a great shooter. But in games, he made shots. He made shots. Why? Why do you think? He practiced, but he wasn't a great. He didn't kill himself practicing. What was the difference between them? Super. All right. He was ultra confident. Every time he got the ball, he said it's going in. That makes up for a lot. All right. If he was a mediocre shooter, but because of his confidence, he was a good shooter. If he would really work at it in that confidence, he would have been a great shooter. When you mesh them all together, that's how you be a great shooter. So, who's a good shooter in here? I'd like to see hands flying through the roof. Even if you don't even think, if you're not even sure, I'm a great shooter. All right? But you're gonna back that up with your time. When I step into a shot, I gotta say, I'm the best shooter. This is going in. So much of shooting, once you've done all the work and you have the form, is confidence. I've seen great shooters who kill all my drills in practice, can't shoot in a game. And that kid who wasn't great in practice made shots in a game because of what factor? Confidence. But confidence, I can't just say someone who never played basketball, be confident. You gotta put in the work behind it, and then you become a great shooter. All right? And then you put that practice with the confidence, that's when, watch out. All right? The sky's the limit for how good you can shoot the ball. If you have the practice, the repetition, the form, with the confidence. All right? Now, how about one of my myths? Give me a myth of shooting. Elbow in. It's not that I don't want your elbow in. I just don't want it out, which is the difference. All right? An elbow in, guys start thinking of this. Tense. No good, right? My elbow's fine here. I can finish my shot. Everything's good. I'm loose. This being loose is more important than this being over. Now, your shoulder's tight. Right here's tight. You need to be loose. Elbow in too far will make you too tight. So just think elbow not out. This is bad. This is really bad. You can't shoot this way. But this is loose and in, all right, into a degree. But you don't want to start coming over here and thinking, I gotta get my elbow in and create all that tension. Now another myth that you hear at every youth game in the world, and it drives me crazy. And if my kid did this in our game, I pull him out of the game. Even if he got the rebound. What's that one? No. I pull a guy out for boxing out? No. Has to do with shooting, what? Follow your shot, right? If one of my guys starts following their shot, he can follow right up to the bench, right? Because following your shot implies what?
You're not holding your finish.
Yeah, you're not finishing, you're not doing your follow through. Yeah? Yeah, you have no confidence, you're not confident. I'm never following my shot. Never in the world, because why would I follow a shot that's going in? Alright? I never want the thought of missing in any of my players' heads. Never. And follow your shot implies missing. Alright? You shoot like this, then you run in. That's not good form. Alright? I'd rather a guy run back. Alright? Because he knows it's going in. That's the confidence you have. Follow your shot. You're going to hear it everywhere. That implies more confidence and that you're going to miss the shot. If someone says to me, follow your shot, no, it's going in. Why am I following a shot that's going in? they go to shoot the ball. And from the work we've done in practice today, never do I want to see a guy go like that. Because that means he's thinking he's missing, that a guy thinking he's missing might as well not shoot. So follow your shot is the other myth, and then that elbow in is another one I think you hear all the time. You don't want to get too caught up in it. But confidence, repetition, these drills, if you really, if I drive by a park and see someone sprinting like that minute shooting drill, I almost would want to stop and go talk to the kid and say, well, what are you doing that alone that make, what's motivating you? Because rarely do you see it. You see guys play free, you just don't see guys pushing themselves by themselves. Workouts, everyone's working hard. Everyone's watching. Guys alone, when the guys alone are working hard, that's a special play, all right? Let's get it in real quick, and thank you very much. Let's go.
University, so we predominantly recruit the state of Massachusetts, and when we're out recruiting, it's hard finding guys who can shoot and get their shot off. So I hope that somebody was listening yesterday and got as much as they could out of Coach Waters. He's a great coach, and I think what he taught yesterday, according to Coach Pauly, was pretty good. I'm going to switch gears. Okay, I'm a defensive guy. All right, and I think that you hear these cliches. Defense wins championships. I don't know if I necessarily fully agree with that. You're still going to score more points than the other team. But I think defense is an area where when your shot's not falling or your ball handling game's not on point, you can always defend. Two things you can never do enough of in basketball is defend and rebound. There's always going to be that guy on your squad that can shoot it, that can score it, okay, that can handle it, get things going. But there's always a place for a guy who can defend. We had one of Coach Pauly's guys with us last year, Brandon Buniletti from Bill Ricker. He was a freshman. He started the last probably 18 games for us. We lost in the title game with no seniors. And he played 22 minutes a night as a freshman because he could defend. Not discrediting his ability to play offense, but his offensive game as it translated to the college level wasn't ready, or wasn't college ready, let's say. But he defended his tail off, and even as a freshman, we had him guard the best player in the other team regardless of spot, except for a center, I should say. And he was able to play significant minutes as a freshman at the college level because he could defend, and he took a lot of pride in it, okay? So we're going to work on what I think is the hardest thing to do in basketball, which is close out on the ball. Okay, for some of you guys that may have been with Coach Pauly last year, I talked about this for a while. We got guys up in drills, some of the guys over here that play and work may have been involved as well. And we're going to work on closing out on the basketball, okay? We're going to do that in a variety of basic drills, all right? And then what I would like to do is finish the lecture with just two little kind of quick things that I've been observing at my own camp that we ran a few weeks ago, and just give you guys some general thoughts about the game of basketball and about what I think is important, okay? So we're gonna get some guys up, we're gonna get some guys moving, okay? Try to stay focused, try to stay involved. I always say this, at any camp you go to, you can learn one thing from everybody in here. You've got 1, 2, maybe a dozen or so guys in here. You can pick up one piece of information that you can use towards your game, whether it directly relates to basketball, or more importantly, directly impacts your life, more importantly, then you've gotten your money's worth, or whoever, okay? I'll also say that however you got here, you should be thankful. You make sure that you say thank you to whether it's your parents, your grandparents, a neighbor, friend, coach, whoever helped get you here to camp, because you could easily be sitting home playing video games, all right, not getting better. So obviously there's a desire in this room. Okay, so let's get our minds wrapped around defense. I need who thinks they're a pretty good defender? I like that guy right there with the old school cut. Come on out. All right, give me, who can shoot it? Well, if you're gonna rock that jersey, you must be able to shoot. Come on. Stephen Curry. There you go. Okay. We're just, I only really, Clem Barnett, I'm kind of one-handed today. My hands up. Can't do much. What I'm just gonna have to stand up here at the top. Pretty easy. It's easier to teach you from straight out. Okay? So give me, actually I'll show it and then bring a couple other guys out. So this is what we're gonna do. I think, I'm not gonna talk about the offensive side of basketball today, okay? But I think where you can get value as you're trying to skill develop, okay, instead of going down the park or even here, wasting your time just shooting around playing grab ass, okay, you're not being efficient with your time. This is literally, after we do our warm-up and our stretch, this is the first thing we do every day. 3 to 5 minutes, okay? We do it competitively, but we're gonna start with the basics. All right, come on down. So we're gonna get underneath the hoop. I'm gonna be you for a second, then you're gonna go. Okay? We're gonna get a hard roll up. You're gonna be shot ready, hands ready. We're here to do it right. All right? I'm gonna roll it out hard. Okay? So now we're gonna close out. Again, the hardest thing to do in basketball, close out. Because I know, well, when you game scout, you know what a player can do. But if you got a guy that can shoot, you got to close that space down quickly to take away shot. Okay? If you got a guy that can shoot and drive, now you got to be prepared for 2 things. Okay, so when you got a guy that can't do either, then there's really no rush to get out there because you almost want him to shoot. Okay? So how are we going to do this? We call this Vegas closeouts. Okay? So we're going to roll it out. The first 2 steps on your closeout have to be low. They have to be explosive. Okay? Low man wins in this game. So what I'm going to do is, again, I've rolled it out. I'm starting here. My first 2 steps are 1, 2 long to take space. Okay? Now I got to break down. We've all heard that before. Whether it's the chopping of the feet, we use the term cushion down. Okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to fire, but my weight stays back. My butt stays down, and my weight stays back. Why? Well, we all know this. If I'm leaning too far forward, then we got a guy making a move. Okay? If we get too far back, and we stop, then we got a guy shooting the basketball. Okay? So again, it's 1, 2 low, I get out, and we go 2 hands. We punch the shot. Now everybody that coaches, plays could be different. The key is, in my opinion, whatever you're taught, if you believe it and you do it over and over again, it will work. Okay? So what I'm giving you is what we do. Is it 100% end all be all? To us it is. That doesn't mean it's to Coach Pauly or to any other coach over here. It's what you do, it's what you believe in. We like to go with 2 hands high. We literally punch it right to the guy's face to deter the shot. Deter meaning to kind of, in essence, encourage him not to shoot. Okay? So we're going 1, 2, our weight back, we're firing, and I punch the shot. After we've gotten to that point, okay, let's say, show me your triple threat thing. Okay, so he's got it, he's ready. So once I've taken away the shot, okay, my hand step. Once he comes back down to do whatever it is he's about to do, we're going to turn our hands palms down to the ground. Why? Well, some guys will allow to play with their hands. But many guys that rely on their hands, certainly at the college level now, I can't speak for AAU or travel leagues or high school, but at our level or any level of college basketball, a defender is allowed to touch once to kind of establish position. Once the defender takes his hand off somebody and then goes back, foul. So we try to encourage our guys, we punch, we're low, our weight's back, butt is down, back is somewhat straight, okay? And then we're coming out wide, all right, with our hands down to the side. Next thing, and this is a philosophical thing. I don't expect you guys to have to do it in camp, okay, Coach? This is a philosophical change for us this year. We are forcing we can, no matter where, no matter who, okay? It's just something we believe in, okay? It's a change. We haven't done it in a long time. I used to do it when I was at LaSalle. We were a lot more athletic back then, so we could compensate for a lot of things, okay? So when I right here, so I'm going to close out. I'm still going to close out head up on the ball. What does that mean? My head is literally up on the ball. I'm not closing out from here. I'm not closing out from here. I'm closing out head up, straight up on the ball at the punch. Now I'm down here. Once that I know that I've cushioned down, cushion, think of cushion, like you sit on a cushion on a couch. Most of us, it's soft. You got a nice little cushion, a little bounce to it. So once I've cushioned down and I'm here, okay, I know because of we've at our level we've scouted, but you as you play, you know who's lefty, who's righty, okay? I know that I want to get him going laterally to his left. I want to be clear for us. I'm not saying we're forcing we can like this. We still don't want to get beat on a straight drive, right? We don't, guys, we all understand that concept of straight drives. I don't want to do that, and that's stupidity. But what I want to do is once I've got him here, I've punched, I've cushioned down, I'm now going to just get his right shoulder in between my chest. So that in theory, that his first and second bounce are going to be lateral to his left. So that I'm going to be trying to laterally influence him to his left. Okay? B-jab. What we've got to do now is hop back with 2 feet, stay cushioned, stay bouncy, and stay athletic. Okay? So let's come back. Punch, B-jab. I jump back with 2. He comes back, and then I close that space again. Again, we talk about space. Okay? What you guys got to work on is not opening the gate. So I'll do it bad so you see what it looks like. I'm 44 years old, so it's not as athletic as it used to be, although I dropped 17 pounds. So I'm getting there, boys. I'm getting there. Come here. 1, 2, jab, I hop back. But I'm so used to dropping back. Jab again, if I go here, he's gone. He's gone. And now what is happening in the gate? You already know. I open the gate and he's going straight press stop. No matter what your team teaches on the 1 pass away, 2 pass away, if it now forces this guy to come over here, what do we got over there? Rhythm jump shot. Rhythm jump shot or another catch to a rip, to a go, whatever it is. Okay? So we understand the importance of acquiring space. We got to understand this importance of closing out. So what I'm going to do, so we can kind of see it and get a few guys moving so we don't get bored. All right, let's have an offensive player over here. Okay, anybody, somebody, there you go. Thank you. That's a guy that, no easy day. That's our motto, no easy day. He gets up, he's ready to go. You need a guy who wants to just defend? Anybody? Somebody, man, come on, don't be afraid to fail. Right here. You got him. Need one guy over here, offense, there you go. Defense. Ball's underneath the hoop, please, thank you. Get the defender the ball. Yeah, one ball in there. There you go. Alright, guys who are on defense, start underneath the hoop, please. Alright, we'll start with this guy. He needs a ball. And again, I know you guys aren't stretched, you're not loose. I get it. We're not. So all we want to work on here, boys, ball in there, please. We'll go one at a time. Okay? So you're going to roll out. You're going to close out. 1, hold. So let's go right away. Let's get back to the, come on back. Come on back. And I like the fact that you're out here trying to get better. Okay? No issues. We roll. 1, 2, cover that space. You're going to keep hearing me talking about space this morning. 1, 2, good. I'm assuming he's right-handed. Okay? But again, I don't care about today forcing guys weak hands. So let's get past that. All right, we're going to be here. These hands got to take away that shot. The ball scores, not the player. Okay, we got to punch that shot. He's triple threat. Here's all we're going to do right now. Pushing down. Give me a jab. I'm going to hop back. Close it. And that's all I'm asking you to do. Just so you get that head. Punch the shot, hands down. Okay? We'll go here, and then once you get there, just pause, and then you go, and then you go. Okay, so we can watch it read it. Now, we would be doing this all at once, but I just want you guys to see individually each little group. Again, as we progress throughout the year, we would do this live, we would do it competitive. But for now, let's look at technique. Okay? Here we go. Close out. 1, 2. Okay, hold. Stop. Good hop back. One thing he could have done better. What do you got? He didn't punch the shot. Closeouts to me, the hardest thing to do in basketball. Why do we think it's the hardest thing to do in basketball? Who's got an educated guess? Yes. Oh, let's listen to what he's saying. Well, that's being comfortable, being uncomfortable. I agree. Why it's the hardest thing to do in basketball is you don't know, even if you're scouting, you guys get to the age where team coaches are scouting. If the guy that has the ball can shoot, then you got to close that space quick. If you got a guy that can't shoot that well but can really rip and go, well then you better be able to cushion down and be able to, whether you're forcing weak hand or sideline, baseline, you better be able to influence that first dribble. We talk about absorption. You have to be a good defender, you have to be able to absorb at least one bounce. What does that mean? If I'm on offense and I rip and I'm already here on one dribble, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay? You have to be able to absorb, okay? Which means that first dribble, no matter how your coach is teaching, has to be lateral. It cannot be penetrated, okay? So when you got a guy that can rip, not a great shooter, but can rip and go, you have to be able to absorb that first bounce. Now, the triple threat, obviously, we talked about, is the guy that can do both. You got the guy that can shoot, if you don't close it quick. If you overclose, you got the rip and go. Sit up, my man, at Nike. All right? You got to be able to absorb that one bounce, at least one, hopefully two, okay? And you got to be able to close that space quick so we don't get off the shot. Hardest thing to do in basketball, close out on the ball, in my opinion, okay? We do it every single day. All right, and I'm not discrediting anybody in here. But when you do it every day for 3 to 5 minutes, it looks a lot sharper, it looks crisper. If we did this every day, you all would look really sharp doing it too. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't come across many times as looking perfect. I'm okay with that. But if you can get something out of that mini closeout drill that I showed and incorporate it throughout the week, then you become a better player. You want to be a good player, be a student of the game. The problem we're faced right now as a culture in basketball is this culture of play. Everything is about play. There's not enough skill being taught. There's not a lot of focus on developing solid fundamentals. Even when we get guys at our level, some of these guys are being recruited in college. I know, I talked to coach. Even when they get to our level, there's a lot of fundamentals that need to be developed. Okay? The closeout to me, when you're in your mini games today, your drills, whatever it is you're doing, focus on weight back, cushioning down. Understand that, like, you know, visualizing the cushion, right? I'm cushioned down, all right? My hands are getting low and wide, my back is straight, my butt is down. I'm comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, okay? And I'm here and I'm ready to play. All right? Understand that. You don't want to over-close out to where somebody's blowing by you. You don't want to break down too soon and guys jacking shots. Be aware of that. For you older guys, be cognizant of that. For you younger guys, be aware of that. Okay? This is where you want to fail. This is where you want to fail as in camp. This is where you try to do things that you're not good at and allow the coaches to correct you and help you and encourage you. Do not be afraid to fail. Okay? Do not be afraid to fail. Step out of your little comfort zones, because we can all come through here and go to camp, have a quiet week, get a t-shirt, whatever coach hands out, okay? That's fine. Step out of your comfort zone. You should ask any one of these guys to help you with something that you're not good at, and allow them to give you a little bit of something. Okay? Get something. Put yourself out there. How many other guys play baseball? What's a Hall of Fame hitter usually hit? 305.
What did he say?
305. Okay, I can't do that math. Let's go 300. What does that mean? How many times he failed? 70% of the time. 70% of the time in baseball, you fail. If you bat 300. If you bat 300, you're considered a plus hitter. Very good hitter. Some might even be great. And you fail 70% of the time. What's a good percentage for a three-point shooter? 40%. 40. So how many is he missing? 60. 60. Teach you good math here in Austin. It's unbelievable. I'm a state school kid, so I was hoping he went 305, and I couldn't get that math right. 60% of the time you fail. This is where you fail. Camp. Do things that you want to work on. Let the coaches see your failure so they can help you. Don't hide. Don't get in that little comfort zone. But when you're defending today and throughout the week, all I can ask is you stay low, you try to close out, give me those two hands high, get those hands nice and low, palms down, so you're not reaching. Try to make sure that the guy you're guarding, when he jabs at you, that it's a hop back, not a open the gate. You open the gate, you're gonna be in trouble, okay? All right? Anybody got any questions for me that they want to have answered? Thoughts? Anything? I want to thank you for your time. Okay? I'm not done. He wants me out of here. It's the first guy that ever wants to get back to camp. All right. Listen, thank you for your time. Okay? I hope you got something out of it. All right? If you ever want to come up and see us, always talk to Coach. Okay? Anything I can do to help, I'm always available. All right? But again, have a great rest of your week. All right? And I'll see you soon.
Basketball coach growing up, so be thankful for this opportunity that you have to be at camp with your friends, working hard to get better each day. This is a great thing, all right, and hopefully we're going to have some more fun doing it today. I saw some faces light up here when Coach mentioned Skidmore. Are we familiar with Skidmore?
Yeah, one of our friends' dad and mom played for Skidmore.
Played for Skidmore. Terrific. So I grew up in the Albany area, so I've just come out here to Boston in the past year. I've loved my experience out here. I've loved getting to know the local AAU coaches and high school coaches, and certainly working with great kids in the area. So we're going to get you up and active really quickly here. The things that we're going to work on today before we regroup at the end are three things that I think are really important that get overlooked in the high school and at the youth levels nowadays. and that's passing, all right, jump stopping, and focusing on usage of our pivot feet, okay? Passing, jump stop, and pivot feet. So we're gonna work on those three things today through a variety of drills. We're gonna have some fun, and then we're gonna come back and close it out. Sound good? All right, let's bring it in here one time before we get up. We're gonna say hard work, basic drill. We do this to start practice each day. Okay, even at the college level, we're working on basic fundamentals. And we call it pass, pick, and catch. Okay, so we're working on passing, we're working on catching and meeting our passes, and we're working on screening. And it's a very simple drill. If I'm going to step aside here and start the drill, I'm going to spin the ball out to myself. I'm going to catch it in a ready position. Okay, we got to catch it in a ready position at the college level. I'm going to deliver a pass to the outside hand of my teammate. Okay, why am I going to pass it to his outside hand? Why? Because the defender's on the inside, right? If I catch here and pass to the inside hand, a good defender's going to deflect that. So I'm going to step towards my man and pass it to the outside hand. All right? I'm then going to go set a screen for my teammate and get him open. So I'm going to sprint, jump stop, get a low wide base here, and set a screen. He's going to come off it and catch the ball. I'm going to open up. Now the screen comes down for me. I'm going to set my cut up. Okay? When I set my cut up, I take my man away from the screen, and then I use the screen. So now I catch, and I rip it through. What do? Screen down. Good. Now I'm going to pass to the outside hand. Now I'm going to go screen. Open up to the ball. Okay, so we're going to work on meeting our passes, setting up our cuts and using screens, and being strong with the ball. All right? Guys, let's see what this looks like one time in the center here. Ready? Here we go. Screen down, go ahead, screen down. Good. Come off it, catch, rip, set the screen, good. Meet it, wait for the screen. Good, catch, good. Set the screen, wait for it, set up the cut. Good. Catch high, ball fake low, pass high. So we're gonna ball fake and deliver the pass. All right, here we go. Passing, screening, using screens, being tough with the ball. We do that at the beginning of every practice. We then flow right into another passing drill. All right, so up until this point in practice, no one on our team has dribbled yet. Okay, that's an important part of our program. We want guys to get used to the rhythm of passing versus just putting the ball down on the floor every time they catch it. Okay, so we're going to do a drill now we call V-cut passing. So I need some volunteers here. I need one guy under the hoop down here. Go ahead, sprint on out. I need another guy right here. I need a third across the way. I need a fourth right down here at the white line. And I need a fifth right over here. All right. So, and let's get one extra person behind each guy. So if each guy out here is the line, one extra person behind each guy, and let's get everybody else on the half-court line facing this court. All right. catching and snapping passes. All right, so what's your name? Ethan, you're gonna throw the ball up off the backboard and go and rebound it. Good rebound, chin it. And you're gonna pivot and you're gonna snap a pass to, what's your name? Brandon. Brandon. But before Brandon, ball back to Ethan. Before Brandon catches, he's gonna take his hand away and come back and run through the pass. You guys see that? All right, pass me the ball. I didn't wait for the pass to come to me. When he passes, I sprint through the pass and I catch it on a jump stop. See that? A jump stop. Now, what's your name? Andy, you're gonna be cut away. And catch it. Good. What's your name? Aiden, be cut away. You come catch right in the middle of the floor here. And now, you're gonna take one dribble. What's your name? Jaden. All right, Jaden's gonna take one step and go back door, bounce pass, light up, come get the rebound, come get the rebound. Aiden, you're gonna run outside here, pass it to Aiden, and Aiden, you're gonna sprint all the way back down there with the ball. You're the next rebounder. All right, so let's get everyone who's not involved in taking, jump stopping. These are all really important skills. That's why we start practice with them. The next thing that we're gonna work on is our pivot feet, okay? At a young age, I believe that guys should be working on using both pivot feet, okay? So why don't we all come a little bit closer to the three-point line here. Let's get two of our older guys out here, one with the ball, and another guy down here at the block. All right, everyone else pay attention because we're gonna get a little detail here. All right, what's your name again? Brandon, okay? Brandon's gonna pop out to the wing and catch the ball, and he's gonna go through a series of moves. He's gonna have a coach right in front of him here. What we're working on, okay, get the ball back on top. Brandon, you be the coach right now, I'll be you. Is we're working on which foot we catch with. And so as the ball comes out, if we catch on our inside pivot foot, it means that our inside foot is first. So as he passes, I catch with the inside pivot foot. You guys see that? Why? It's inside because it's closer to the rim. The opposite is to catch with your outside pivot foot, which is you put this down first, your outside foot down first. Okay? And we're going to work on catching on both feet and going to the basket. So the first time through, we're going to catch on our inside pivot foot. I'm going to pop out, okay, inside pivot foot, and rip one dribble baseline and finish at the rim. Okay? Notice that I didn't do this. I didn't catch here and then lead with that foot. What is that? That's a travel. Okay? So I'm coming out, I'm catching, I'm establishing my inside pivot foot, and when I sweep through to the rim, I go with my left foot first, and I get to the basket. Let's divide up the 4 hoops here, roughly by age group, if we can do it. Coaches, help us out. And we're going to work on catching and ripping the basket. It's going to space to the corner, okay, and catch. This is the kick out, right? We call that pass the kick out. The pass from the inside out, that's the kick out. And now, who's going to hit the ball? You, okay? If you made the first pass, you're now going to space as well, right over to the wing here, +1. And now you're going to step into this shot and shoot it. It doesn't have to be a 3, it can be a nice 2-point shot. Okay? So listen, we have some different terms here that we use. Go ahead, pop out to the wing and catch Ethan. Inside pivot foot, rip to the middle, jump stop, pause. Brandon would start up here. Hold on, hold the ball. Brandon would start up here. Space, kick out, space, +1. Okay, so drive, kick, +1. Good team play. Let's see what this looks like full speed. So Brandon, start out here on the wing. What's your name? You're going to go up next, so you're right behind me. All right, here we go. Catch, inside pivot foot, get to the middle, space, +1. Shoot it. Good. All right. One more time, next group. Let's see it. Hop. into our drills, right? So we're working on the same skills. We're working on pivot feet. We're working on spacing. We're working on jump stopping. We're working on getting ready to shoot. But we're adding a competitive element. So what's going to happen here is we're going to break up into two sides. We're going to have a group of guys on this end. We're going to be competing against a group of guys on that end. We're going to have a group of guys on that end competing against a group of guys on that end. And here's the drill. If I have the ball at the top of the key here, if I'm first in line, I'm going to spin the ball to myself. I'm going to catch it on my inside pivot foot. Okay? I'm going to rip one dribble to the middle of the court and come to a jump stop. As I do that, you're going to space to the corner. It doesn't have to be a three. Let's get a step inside the three. I'm going to kick out to you. You got to step in and shoot that shot. All right, if you make it, that's one. The whole group has to count it out, and then you switch lines. The first team to 7 wins the game. All right, let's just see what this is going to look like. First time through, spin the ball out to yourself, Brandon. Wait for a rip, jump stop, just catch and shoot. Okay, we're just catching and shoot here. So we're going to, as he drives, go ahead and drive. I'm going to space in the corner, and I'm going to step right into my shot, and I'm going to go up with it. Any questions? All right, let's get half of you guys down there. Let's get some of the only guys that are sitting down here in this group. You guys are on this hoop. All right, go guys. Let's break up half and half. Talk about a few things that we saw today. So you guys talk to me. You know, what are some of the things that we just worked on?
Catching off your inside and outside pivot foot.
Our pivot feet. Yup.
Passing.
Passing.
Screening.
Screening.
Cutting.
Cutting. All right, that's good to start right there. Pivot feet, passing, screening, cutting. Those aren't always the parts of the game that receive the most attention, right? When you guys read the box scores or read the articles, what do you usually read about first?
Points.
Points, right? Points. Who scores the most points in the game? But I promise each and every one of you that you can help yourself make your team, whatever team that is, if you're a good passer, if you're a good screener, if you're a good cutter. If you take those things seriously, your coach will notice, and it will help you. We do that with our college guys. Okay, so all the way up in college, we're still working on the basic fundamentals of the game. The fundamentals don't change all the way through. The sooner we can master our pivot feet, the sooner we can master our ability to pass, our ability to catch tough, all right, our ability to cut and read screens off the ball. If we can do that, if we can learn that early, we can give ourselves a better chance moving forward. All right? One big thing that I want to talk to you guys about today, and I still see this at the college level, guys. I saw a lot of guys today, when we were working on the inside pivot foot, they would come out here, they would catch on their outside foot, and then I would stop them to correct them, right? And what I saw a lot of was this. What's that? Right? That's your reaction, right? You make a mistake, coach tries to correct you. A lot of guys just dropped the ball and went like this. They were embarrassed to make a mistake in front of the group. What I'm here to tell you guys is it's okay to make those mistakes. You aren't going to get any better unless you push yourself outside your comfort zone. Okay? Has everyone heard that term before? Comfort zone? What does that mean? What do I mean when I say comfort zone? Anybody? Yeah. What's comfortable? What? A couch. It's a great answer. A couch is comfortable. For some of you guys, catching on your inside pivot foot is like laying on the couch, right? It's easy to do. You do it naturally. You come out here, it's something that you've always done, and you just do it because it's easy to do. It's like laying on your couch. All right? For some of you, catching on the outside pivot foot is harder. It doesn't come naturally. It's not like laying on the couch. It's like working. It's like doing homework. Okay? But unless you practice it, you won't get any better. And you got to practice it to get better. Don't be afraid to make a mistake in front of the group. All right? Don't be afraid to make a mistake. I just want to talk to you about 3 things that we talk about all the time at Suffolk. All right? We talk about 3 things all the time in our games. We talk about, after every game that we play, how did we defend? Okay, how did we defend on that given day? We feel like if we defend well, we give our team the best opportunity to win. We talk about, did we value possession? And when I say value possession, I mean, did we turn the ball over? Okay, did we make good decisions? Or did we take a whole lot of chances and give the other team opportunities to score easy baskets? The third thing we talk about is shot selection, right? Did we take great shots? Or did we take contested shots with the defense all over us? Did we work hard every possession to go from a good shot to a great shot? We feel like if we do those 3 things well, and you can ask any one of our players, they'll all tell you the same thing. We talk about that after every game. Does anybody have any idea why we talk about defense, why we talk about decision making, and why we talk about shot selection over the other parts of the game? Does anybody have any ideas you want to throw out? Yeah.
And those are key parts that will help you win games.
They're all key parts that help us win games, no doubt. That's a correct answer. I'm looking for something a little bit more specific here, though. Any ideas? We focus on those 3 things because those 3 things are controllable. We can't always control whether or not our shots fall. We'd like to think that we can, and we certainly practice shooting a lot. I don't want you guys to think that we don't practice shooting. We practice shooting all the time. It's a really important part of the game. But even the best shooters have off nights, and even the best shooting teams have off nights. Do you give a lot of high fives? Are you the first to give credit? Are you there to pick your teammate off the floor when he falls down? Okay? Do you have a good work ethic? Do you want to work hard on your game when the coaches aren't in the gym? Do you work on your game at home in your driveway? Do you get extra shots up? Do you do things the right way even when a coach isn't looking? Okay, so are you a good teammate? Do you have work ethic? And then the final one is, are you coachable? Do you have a good attitude? Are you able to take coaching constructively? Or do you get down on yourself? Do you get down on teammates? Okay? I can tell you that when we evaluate our players that we want at the college level, certainly a huge factor is your ability to play basketball, your athleticism and your skills. But equally important as we evaluate is the character level. Okay? So think about that the next time you step on the floor. It's not just about your skills, it's about who you are that can help you make your team at the middle school level, or make your freshman team, or make your JV team or your varsity team, or hopefully some of you will move on to play college basketball here. Any thoughts? All right. Well, look, I want to give you guys to ask some questions of me. Obviously, as a college basketball coach here, I'm sure there's some players in here who strive to play at the college level. And I want to give you guys a chance here before we wrap up to ask some questions of me, if you have any. Yeah.
You guys mostly recruit in Massachusetts?
Do we recruit in Massachusetts? Yeah. We recruit heavily in Massachusetts. About half of our roster at Suffolk is from Massachusetts. About half is from everywhere else. Yeah.
How many people do you recruit each year?
It depends on the year. It certainly depends on the year. It depends on our needs within the program, but we generally keep 15 to 17 kids on roster per year. Yeah.
Do you play on the team every year?
What's that?
Do you play on the team?
Do I play on the team?
No.
I wish.
Do you play every? Does everyone get an equal amount of time?
Does everyone get an equal amount of time? That's probably one of the biggest differences between the college game and lower levels, the grades that you're at now. All right, as you move up, the game gets more competitive. And so the answer to that question is no. Okay? Everyone doesn't receive equal playing time. Playing time is earned at the college level. Really understanding your role on the team and having a good, solid understanding of that role can make you a valuable player regardless of how many minutes you get.
We got a question over here.
Yeah.
Is Mike Agopian the best on your team?
Mike Agopian the best on my team. He's pretty darn close. All right, Mike Agopian is a great example for you guys within the Mass Elite program here. Mike came in as a freshman last year. He started every single game for us as a freshman, except senior night, okay? And we started Mike every single game because Mike embodies a lot of the things that we talked about here today. All right, he's a tough kid. He works really hard at his game. He's a great teammate. He's coachable. I can't believe how much better he's gotten over the past year. Okay, and he will continue to get better because he has great work ethic. But I promise you, ask Coach, when Mike was your age, I'm sure he looked a lot like you guys. He was small, he was skinny, he wasn't a natural player. But he worked himself into a college player. And he'll be a good one for us.
Did you ever play in college?
I did. I played at the University of Rochester. That's in New York. You guys heard of New York?
Yeah.
Go Giants. Sorry. All right, well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys.
For the future, and I goes inside. We don't get rest. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our message to you. Yeah, sing it to me. Yeah, sing it to me. Oh, I can hear you.
Smile.
Alright.
What's your name?
Dylan,
Where you from?
Middleton,
What do you like?
basketball.
All right. What's his name?
Dylan.
Where's he from?
Middleton.
What's he like? Basketball. Okay. What's your name?
Andrew,
Where you from?
Groden,
What do you like? Pizza. Yeah. Pizza. All right. What's his name?
Andrew.
Where's he from?
Groden.
What's he like? Pizza. Okay. Listen, you're gonna. Where you from?
Beverly,
What do you like?
baseball,
Nice. What's his name? Where's he from? Beverly. What's he like? Baseball. All right. Good job. Listen.
Nice.
And then that makes the
and no one's open, it's going to be hard to score. Good, good. That was really good. Good, strong. We see how strong you are when your jump stop is on.
Santino. Did we interview you yet?
Yeah.
We did you? Okay, what's his name?
Nate.
Where's he from?
Ronnie.
What's he like?
Basketball.
All right, let's do another interview. Come on up. What's your name? What's today? Which is your birthday, right? Happy birthday to you.
Mike, get up here. Give him a round of applause. So you're going to show these guys how to shoot. Are you going to do that? That's him. Come out here. Brendan Boutelet. At Norwich, where he starts and he plays a big role. Ryan Fitzgerald. Give him a round of applause. To being as tough as this kid. The toughest kid I ever coached. And he's now not playing college basketball. He's going to be going to the United States Navy. And he's leaving in January. So he's going to be serving our country. I want you to give this guy a round of applause. Christy Martinez.
As we walk along, hey, and we flock just like birds of a feather. I want you to know now, oh, all of the people around us, they say, can we be that close? Just let me say on the record, we're giving love in a family dose. Our family, hey, y'all. I got all my sisters with me. Hey, we are family. Get up, everybody, and sing, sing it to me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Living life is fun, and we just begun to get our share.
All right, he looks like he's at the beach. He just got out of the ocean. He's sweating so much. Okay, what's your name?
Tyler.
Where you from?
I'm Boxford.
What do you like?
Pizza.
Good. What's his name? Where's he from?
Boxford.
What's he like?
Pizza.